everybody. I'm Megan Fraser McGrogan, the Executive Director of the Greater Utica Chamber of Commerce. Thank you so much for joining us on another episode of the Leveling Up Social Distancing Series. If you're just joining us, we've been doing this series for a few months now, and basically what we do is we make sure to bring our members and all the businesses and organizations in the community into your computer, on your screen, wherever you're watching or even listening. There's also a podcast version that you can subscribe to, by the way. So if you'd like to just listen up on some past episodes and find out what's going on in the area, you can also subscribe to that. It's on all the podcast platforms that you normally would listen to: Spotify, Stitcher, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, all those great places. So if you want to go back and check in on all the previous episodes we've done, that's a great way to do that. And of course, you can find all the previous episodes on greateruticachamber.org or on any of the Disruption Network platforms. So thank you so much for joining us today. We are going to get into it with some great people in our area who work for Visions Hotels. So thank you guys so much for joining me this morning. I have Kevin, Brandy, and Jessica with me. So good morning, everyone.
Good morning, Megan.
I feel like we're the Brady Bunch. We have all these squares on the screen here.
Absolutely.
So I'm going to start off by introducing Kevin. Kevin Bartlet, who I've known for many, many years, has worked in our area and works at Visions Hotels. So Kevin, can you please introduce yourself and your title and tell us what you do for Visions?
Okay, absolutely. Megan, first I'd like to thank you for letting us join this Leveling Up podcast. I watch it, and it's just a great asset to the community. We really appreciate that.
Thank you.
So I'm the area sales manager for Visions Hotels of the Mohawk Valley. Mm-hmm. So I have 7 hotels that I'm responsible for. We have 2 in Rome, the Wingate, the Hampton Rome. Then we have the Hampton in Utica, the Holiday Inn Express, the Fairfield Inn and Suites, and of course the Doubletree Hotel by Hilton, and then our brand new Home 2 Suites by Hilton, which will be opening up here hopefully in a couple weeks. So we're super excited about that.
That's great. And I know I was just on North Genesee Street yesterday, and it's awesome to see that construction happening. It's a beautiful area down there. And of course, the Patel family has invested a great deal in that whole corridor, as well as, like you said, Hotel Utica and the 2 properties in Rome. So you wanted to introduce a couple more people here today. So who else do we have with us on the call?
Well, Megan, we actually have 2 great promotions for our brand new GMs. First is Brandy Townsend. She's our brand new GM at the Holiday Inn Express on North Genesee Street. And we also have Jessica Shumway, who's our brand new GM at the Fairfield Inn and Suites. I do say brand new, but they've been with Visions for many years. So they're very experienced and qualified, and we're super excited to have them aboard as our GMs of these properties.
Great. So Brandy, did you want to say a few words?
Sure. So I'm Brandy. I started as a GM a little over a month now. I have been with Visions for over 4 years. I started as a front desk agent in Rome at the Wingate. And then I was promoted to the front office manager at this location, actually, Holiday Inn Express. Mm-hmm. And then I was actually with Kevin for a little bit working in sales. And then this opportunity opened up, so I jumped right on it, and I'm back at my home base hotel at the Holiday Inn Express.
Great.
We are located at 23 Wells Ave in Utica, which is right behind Delmonico's Italian Steakhouse in Tivolo. And the Home 2 is actually going to be our new next door neighbor, so we're really excited about that too.
Great. Well, thanks so much for joining us this morning, Brandy. And people can, of course, visit you at the hotel, right?
Yes.
And call you for any reservations or needs that they have. So thank you so much for joining us.
Yes,
and
thank you.
Also with us is Jessica Shumway. So Jessica, do you want to say a few words?
Yes, I actually was at the Hotel Utica since 2010. And then when Visions bought the property in 2016, I started working for them as the assistant general manager over there. So 10 years there, and I finally made the change over to a sister property, the Fairfield. So I've been there for slightly less than a month, so I'm still getting used to the Marriott brand as opposed to Hilton. But I'm very excited to jump into this and get to the the new stuff and get people in. We're located on 71 North Genesee Street, so kind of like right across from the Holiday Inn Express and right next door to Home 2. So we're excited to have more properties and just keep plugging away. So
great. And I know some of our members might be familiar with the Fairfield, and we did a ribbon cutting there a couple years ago when that opened, and that was fantastic. I know we're working on something for Home 2, right, Kevin? But with everything going on, it might be hard to have our normal ribbon cutting scenario, but we will make sure that we get you guys in to see that as well. And beautiful properties, all the properties that have been mentioned. So Brandy and Jessica, thank you. I think you guys are going to sign off, right? And
Yep.
Kevin's going to stay on and we'll chat more about vision. So we hope you guys have a great day.
Thank you, Megan.
Thank you, guys.
Bye,
Bye.
Kevin. Thank you.
Bye.
Okay, Kevin. So now you're in the hot seat
Okay.
by yourself. So, one of the things that I think is fantastic about Visions Hotels, is the Patels. And for those of you who don't know the Patel family, they have invested so much in all of these properties and beautiful properties, some from the ground up, and then some, one like Hotel Utica, where they took a very historic landmark in Utica and really just, if you guys haven't been in there, I know it's tough. It's tough times right now to get out and about, but man, is that a beautiful property, and just the care and time that went into renovating that property, and really all the properties, like I said, whether new or renovated. So talk a little bit about Visions and kind of their philosophy and what it means to invest in our area.
Well, Visions, we first started with our first hotel, which was the Hampton Inn in Utica. And once that hotel opened, it just really took off, and Vision saw the promise that Utica has, the development that was coming. And so they saw the potential, and of course, the potential has been realized. We're now going to be up to 5 hotels in the Utica area, and we're super excited about our new Home 2 that's going to open up. It's going to be a 89-room extended stay property. And Megan, so we're seeing a lot of people are now going to the extended stay model, because with everything that's going on, a lot of people like to stay and cook in their room as opposed to going out. So we're seeing a higher demand for the extended stay. So we're really happy to have that opening at this time. And we're looking forward to that.
Yeah, and just for people who don't know what extended stay is, Kevin, so I'm assuming that means you have more living space, right? So just talk a little bit about that and what that style room looks like.
You'll see in the extended stay model of the hotel, we have our Town Place Suites, and I forgot to mention that, in New Hartford, and that's a Marriott extended stay property, and that does really, really well. We have 1 and 2 bedroom suites, and they have the full kitchen, which includes a full-size microwave, dishwasher, refrigerator, freezer, a stove, and an oven. So you can cook in the room. We have free on-site washer and dryers, and outdoor patio grill area. So it's geared towards a person that wants to, say, like a new doctor or a new manager coming to the area. They have their family, they're going to be looking for housing, but they need time to go and find the house. So they need a place to stay for anywhere from 5 to 30 days.
Okay.
And we even have people stay longer. We have people stay for a year on that. But the extended stay is not to say that you can't, you have to stay more than 5 days. If you're staying 1 or 2 days, we love to have you.
Sure. Okay.
So a lot of people think, well, extended stay, I have to stay for a long period. That's not necessarily the case. But if you have a special diet and you want to go and buy your own food and prepare your own food and not have to worry, if I go out, can I get what my diet is?
Yeah.
So people really see the value of that. And the rooms are larger. And it's just a great hotel. And the limited services, too, are fantastic. They all have the microwave, the refrigerator in the room, so you can eat in the room and everything.
That's great. And I would imagine that you'd probably be seeing a lot of people taking advantage of those in our area, with all the development happening and people maybe coming and looking for homes, like you said. And that's, and the real estate market around here is wild right now. So people will probably be taking advantage of those. So that's great to know about those really two properties, the one brand new and then the Town Place Suites. Both great locations too, right? Right off of 840, the Town Place. And then, of course, the Home 2 being built brand new on North Genesee Street.
Absolutely. And it's amazing everything that's going on, even with everything that's going around in the country. Utica's development is still, it's amazing. I have my other team members in Buffalo and Rochester, and they were like, oh my God, what's going on in Utica? You guys are doing so well. And we really are. The Utica market compared to nationally is doing exceptionally well with projects like CRE and MVHS and the Broad to Odd project, and Nexus will be starting soon, I'm sure. So we're really happy to be in Utica and the Mohawk Valley. We're ecstatic about it.
Yeah. And so talk a little bit about what it's looked like for you guys. I know we had a conversation a couple weeks ago just about, the landscape of hotels and kind of what that's looked like during this time. Of course, people aren't, necessarily traveling for leisure right now, although I think we're probably going to see that go up a little bit. But a lot of people, like you said, traveling for construction, for jobs, probably to visit family necessities versus kind of leisure. So how has that had an impact on the hotel industry?
It's had a devastating impact on the economy, and especially with the tour and travel industry. People just were not traveling. Everybody was staying home. So we're starting to see a little uptick in the leisure part of it. People are doing the staycations. People are not wanting to get on the airplane. They're wanting to get in the car and drive. So we're seeing that. Corporate travel is slowly coming back. So we're waiting to see that come back on that. So, but it's been extremely tough on the hotel industry. And of course, now with the COVID-19, that's our number one goal, is to ensure the safety of our team members and our guests, of course. So we have enhanced safety measures at all the hotels, all the brands. All the top brands with Hilton and Marriott. They have, for example, Hilton has the Clean Stay program, where they literally, housekeeping is finished with the cleaning the room. They put a sticker on the door and the door frame, so it's sealed. So when your guest comes to the door, they open the door, they break the seal, so they know that room is 100% clean. So, and Marriott has similar things. So that's a main concern. And that's our number one priority, is safety and cleanliness of the hotels.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that, because really, not only are you hit with people, the stay in your capacity probably being a little bit low, but you're also hit with this extra, having to clean and the supplies and all that. And that's really good to know that there are things in place to ensure safety, because I'm sure that's on everybody's mind, right? You think, God, you're afraid even bringing stuff in your own home, let alone go and stay, somewhere where you don't really have ultimate control over the cleanliness. So really, there's a lot of trust that has to be put in the hotels to make sure that happens.
Yeah, that's where the brands really come into play, to ensure that we have all the procedures. And of course, Visions, we do extra above what the brand requires. So it's very important. It's their number one priority, to make sure when the guest checks in, they see everything's in place and they know that they're staying at a safe hotel. So we work very hard on that.
Great. And I know you said above and beyond, and that's really what comes to mind when I think of Visions and when I think of the Patels. I mean, they go above and beyond to make the great investments in our area and make sure that they're above and beyond what the normal standard would be. So I expect nothing less out of Home 2. We're really excited to be seeing that. Any other news coming down the pike for Vision?
And well, we actually, we're finishing up at our Hampton in Utica, where we've done a total renovation of the inside of the property from the lobby is in progress right now, but all our sleeping rooms have been totally redone. Everything from the wall vinyl, the carpet, the beds, all the products inside the room have been totally redone. And it's like a brand new hotel. It's update, it's modern, and our guests really love it. So we're super excited about that. We were going to do the outside renovation, but we're going to wait, I think, till next year. We'll get our home 2 open, and we see a big demand already for the home 2. A lot of inquiries on that hotel. So it's going to do super well. And with everything on North Genesee Street, and we're really excited about the walkway, the path down to the Nexus Center, where they're working hard on that bridge. And that'll be a really nice, safe passage from North Genesee Street corridor down to like Taylor and the Cook to the Nexus Center and to downtown Utica. So we're super excited about that. And the Broad to Odd looks beautiful.
Yeah, I think it'll
put that roundabout in. Everybody will be, oh no, another roundabout, but it's going to work well. It really is.
It really will look beautiful. We were down last weekend just kind of, looking at all the progress, and even with the roads and how that's all going to change. And that really is key, right? And the whole idea is connectivity between North Genesee Street and I always think it's funny because you go up North Genesee Street and then south, it's kind of like the hills where you go, up through North Genesee Street and then down to south. And it's really not, you don't think of it as South Utica, but really downtown, right? That whole connectivity between North Genesee Street and downtown. And like you said, Taylor and the Cook, Utica Coffee, the Nexus Center, the Odd, Gerber's is over there. There's a lot of great businesses. And then you add that to the businesses right next to the hotels, right? Like we already talked about Tavolo and Delmonico's and, Babes over there. And now Cookies. Cookies Q, right?
Yeah, I always get that name wrong. So, but, they do a great job. Jeff Stone and his crew at Babes is really their outdoor patio area, and Cookies is really well. And of course, you still have Encores and all the other Swifties and everything.
Yep,
so Utica is
Aquavino.
fantastic for food, and people love it.
Yep.
So once everything gets back to the new normal, I would say people just love going out to the restaurants. So it's very nice, and we're super excited.
And it's a great place to stay. You won't go hungry, even if you want to cook yourself, right?
Oh, yeah. Oh, absolutely.
It'll be a great corridor there. And again, we just want to thank you and the whole team at Visions for everything you guys do. Again, above and beyond, what is asked. And it's always a great, beautiful properties, always a great time visiting all of your properties. And also want to thank you for your investment with the Chamber as well. I know you guys are bronze investors with Visions. So we really are thankful for that to, again, you and the Patels and the whole team at Visions for your investment again in the area and in the Chamber. So thank you, Kevin.
Yeah, we love supporting the Chamber. You guys do a fantastic job for the community. So we're really excited to be part of that, and we look forward to a long relationship. Utica has been my home for many, many years, and we look forward to everything that's coming up in the future. The future is bright.
Yeah, for sure. Anything else you want to talk about with Visions before we tell people where they can go for more information?
Please use the hotels. We're open. We've never closed. We've been open through the whole process of everything that's happened, and everything we have in the hotels as far as safety and procedures. We're ready for business, and we're super excited, like I said.
Great. Well, thanks, Kevin. Before we close out here, I just want to draw your attention to the little standalone behind Kevin. So some of the hotel numbers are on there. Of course, to book at the specific hotels, you can visit their websites locally. But Kevin would also like to offer up his email. If you guys have any questions about Visions or about any of the hotels that we talked about, any of the properties, we're going to put Kevin's email up on the screen for you. So if you have any questions, you can certainly reach out to him. And then again, we have all the hotels that are on the screen there next to Kevin, and you can feel free to visit all of their websites, and their phone numbers are actually listed right on the screen too.
Absolutely. But if you have any questions or anything, you always feel free to email me at any time. I'll love to answer. I'd love to do site tours. If anybody wants to come in and see the new home too, we'll probably be doing site tours maybe next week. And the hotel is phenomenal. We have some rooms that are over 560 square feet,
Wow.
which is huge for a hotel room. So it's going to be great.
And Kevin, just in case people are listening and not watching, can you just say your email really quick?
Yep. So my email is kbartlett, BARTLETT, at visions-hotels.com.
Great. Okay. And we'll put it on the screen. Great. We'll put it on the screen for everybody watching. And again, thank you so much, Kevin, for being with me today. And we wish you guys the best of luck as you open up home too. And we hope to be there celebrating with you at some point in the near future.
Absolutely. Thank you, Megan, again. Appreciate it.
All right. Have a great day.
Okay. Thank you.